Hi, I'm Danielle Renee. I'm an actress, a model, singer, dancer, and writer from Chicago, Illinois, but living in California. When I was little, I kind of had like a rough childhood. And so I always found like watching TV and watching movies, I always kind of found that as my escape. And then just going through such heavy emotions and stuff, being able to watch TV, it kind of made me feel like I wasn't alone and I could relate to a lot of the things that, the characters on screen were going through. And I just loved that you could be in such a bad mood or such a sad mood, and then you put something on and it can totally change your mood. You can make you laugh and just completely change your emotions. So I really always connected with that, and I loved that part of acting is that you could always make people feel what you want to make them feel. I started when I was in sixth grade. My friends were all auditioning for a school musical, and so I just kind of wanted to do it. It was actually a High School Musical. It was right when it came out, and so we were all like obsessed with it. So that was pretty much the only reason why I auditioned for it. I didn't have like a big part when I started out, so I just kind of got to sing and dance and hang out with my friends, and it was amazing. It literally, I just remember after our performances, when our family and friends and school would come and watch, that I just remember feeling like, wow, like I want to do this for the rest of my life. It just made you feel alive, and it was just a fun experience. There's a huge difference for sure when you're acting for theater. Everything's a lot bigger, a lot more dramatic, a lot more animated. So that way, everybody that's in the audience can hear you, can see you, can feel you. Whereas on screen, you're limited to, a camera that's about this big. So you have to limit your actions and reactions, and everything's a lot more real rather than on stage when you can go bigger and have a little bit more fun with the crazy side of it. So I always loved theater acting because that's me. Like I'm more of a dramatic, animated talker person. So I always loved it always felt so freeing just being able to let loose. But now that I've been doing a lot of film acting, I would say that I like film acting a lot better because you can take it scene by scene, and you can really just you don't have to learn all your lines for an entire thing, and you don't have to worry if you mess up and all those things because you have multiple takes when you're acting for film and television. It's just a lot less, I feel like, stressful, a lot less anxiety, but they're both so fun. So yeah, I definitely love both, but film acting is where it's at right now. My first film role was a short film called, well, actually, my first film role was The Kazoo. So I was a co-star in that one. And then after that, I had gotten my first lead role in the short film, which was Lucky Kelly. My very first one where I was the co-star was fun. It wasn't very stressful. I only had, like two scenes, not like maybe like three lines. So it was super relaxing. Everyone was super welcoming. I actually really enjoyed, watching hair and makeup do their thing and watching the crew, set everything up. I felt like that part of it was really interesting and intriguing. And I feel like I was able to learn a lot that day. So that was really cool. And then when I did Lucky Kelly, it was a little bit different because it was more kind of like the focus was all on me. I had a bunch of different outfit changes and different scenes. And, we did it in we filmed it in this one house. So again, it was really cool to just see the background of things and the way that, the photography just did their thing, and the lighting and all those things are amazing, the sound. So it was really fun to just see everything come together. It was challenging, definitely challenging. But it was fun. It was a good time. I think just not being in your head, being present, being in the moment, I think is the hardest thing for me. Just because, I'm like, I don't want to forget my lines, and am I saying this, like the way that I want to do it, and am I in character, and like all those things are definitely difficult. And then you're also working with people a lot of the times that you may have just met or haven't really got to rehearse with a lot, or now that we're in COVID times, that you've only met over computer screen. So that's also interesting, but you do your best and you be as professional as possible and you come to work. A common misconception is that, a lot of actors want to be in the spotlight and that they're these like outgoing people. A lot of artists and actors that I meet are super introverted, kind of shy, which always surprises me. Of course, there's, you have your handful of people that are just like, wow, you're like, wow, they were born to like perform and just do stuff like this. But there's a lot of people that you meet and you kind of have to like pull them out of their shell and stuff. But everyone's super interesting and it's fun to get to know them. I think maybe another misconception about actors is that it's kind of like I mean, of course, it's a competitive industry, but not every single person is competitive. Everyone's super friendly. Everyone, like I said, wants to help you. So I think that that's another misconception. Like, we're all in this together. And I feel like a lot of actors and people in the entertainment industry in general are just so supportive. Like, they want to see you win, they want to see you succeed, they're happy when you win. Like, it's like a win for them. If anything, it just reassures that it's possible, that there's like people are out here, actually acting. So I think it's incredible and I love the acting community. It's overwhelming support from other actors, people that people that you don't know. So I love that part about it. I think that, how you interact with the actor when you're not on screen can definitely help a lot with how you interact when you're on screen, just getting to know each other on the side and, maybe like practicing your lines together and all those things can help build your bond and build your connection, make you feel closer to the other person. Not everyone's like that. Like I said, there are more shy people that maybe kind of want to like do their thing or whatever. And that's okay. Like whatever works for you works for you. But I think it's important to connect with that person off screen to kind of help with that on screen connection. I think for some people it's so easy for them to just like click over. Whereas me, I do struggle a lot more when it comes to kind of taking on that character, taking on that role and making that transition. Sometimes they are easier, they fit more like a glove. And sometimes you have to really take the extra time to really personalize, this character and their emotions and what they're going through. And, the situations that they may be going through in the story, maybe something that you've never experienced. So you have to dig a little bit deeper to figure out, how can I relate to these experiences? And then, so I think personalization is a huge thing. Just visualizing yourself, in these situations, I think helps a lot. And emotional sense memory, anytime that you can pull from your own experiences and bring that to the character, I feel like makes a huge difference. Definitely. Yeah, I think any character that like has an attitude, I can do without having to prepare. And I think it's a little bit harder when the character is just different than what I am as a person, but that's also another reason why I love it. It gives you it's a challenge. Um, yeah, I love reading. I think it's so peaceful, so calming. It's like another escape of mine. So I love reading and I love just watching TV, watching movies, doing things like self-care, I think are super relaxing and important and fun. I like to write, dance, sing, music, all those things. So I usually fill up my free time with like other creative hobbies. I always wanted to be like a therapist or a psychologist. I don't know. I just love listening to people's problems. Okay, I don't love listening to people's problems, but like I don't mind it. I love okay, I love being like that shoulder for someone to lean on. I love being there for people. I love helping people. I feel like I give pretty good advice. I've been through a lot in my own life, so I love being able to share what I've learned with other people, especially if they're going through something similar. So that would definitely be something I'd love to do in my other life.